Hello. I want you to stop everything for a moment and just listen. Not to me, but to that small voice inside you. The one that's been trying to tell you for years. You are wasting your life. Yes, I know that sounds harsh, but this is not a soft video. This is not a feel-good motivation video. This is a wake-up call. For you, for your time, and for your future. Let me ask you something. How many dreams have you delayed? How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow"? How many years have passed while you were stuck in the same cycle? Scrolling, waiting, wishing, comparing, regretting? You keep saying you'll change one day. But what if I told you that day is never coming? Because you have no time. Not the kind of time you think you have. The truth is, time doesn't disappear all at once. It leaks. Quietly. 10 minutes on your phone. 30 minutes overthinking. A whole day doing nothing. And slowly, your future is stolen, piece by piece, without you even noticing. You don't wake up one day and lose your life. You lose it a little every day. In comfort, in distraction, in fear. And one day, you'll open your eyes and realize you're not young anymore. You're not free. You're not where you wanted to be. And the worst part is, no one will be responsible but you. So today, I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to give you the truth. The truth that most people avoid until it's too late. You have no time to waste. No time for fear. No time for excuses. No time for a life you don't even like. So in this video, I'm going to give you 30 powerful rules, not tips, not hacks. Rules you must follow before time runs out. Each one is something I wish someone told me earlier. Each one is designed to build your mind, your character, your future, and your freedom. And if you stay with me till the end, I promise, you will not be the same person you are right now. You will walk away with fire in your heart and clarity in your mind. This video is also perfect for your English. Simple words, real-life examples, and powerful life lessons you'll never forget. Let's begin. Life Rule 1. Work smart, not just hard. Most people are busy, but being busy is not the same as being productive. You can work 10 hours a day and still stay broke. You can run in circles your entire life and go nowhere if you don't learn to work smart. Working smart means knowing what actually moves you forward, focusing on results, not effort, building systems, not just routines. Imagine there were two woodcutters. One kept chopping without stopping. The other paused every hour to sharpen his axe. At the end of the day, the second man had cut more trees with less effort. Hard work is powerful, but smart work is what separates effort from progress. Follow this rule. Stop just working harder. Learn to work with direction, with intention, with purpose. Life Rule 2. Back on your willpower. Your body can be tired. Your schedule can be full. Your heart can be broken. But if your willpower is strong, you will still move forward. Most people give up not because they're weak, but because they never trained their mind to fight back. Willpower means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Showing up when no one is watching. Finishing when everyone else quits. For example, there was a student who failed his first exam. His friends laughed. His teacher said he wouldn't make it. But every night, he studied while others slept. He didn't rely on talent. He relied on will. And 2 years later, he was the top in his field. Follow this rule. Back on your willpower. Because in the end, that's what will carry you through every storm. Life Rule 3. Become a producer, not a consumer. There are two types of people in the world: those who create and those who scroll. Most people spend their life consuming, watching, liking, judging, reacting. But the ones who build something, a brand, a business, a skill, a story, those are the people who shape the future. Consuming feels easy, creating feels hard. But one gives you distraction, the other gives you power. There was a boy who loved watching videos. He watched motivational clips every day but never acted. One day, he challenged himself. Instead of watching for 1 hour, I'll create for 1 hour. He started a blog, then a podcast, then a business. That one decision changed his life forever. Follow this rule. Stop watching others live their dreams. Start creating yours. Rule 4. Never talk behind someone's back. This is one of the most dangerous things a person can do. And yet, it happens every single day. Talking behind someone's back seems like a small thing. It might feel harmless. But here's the truth. Every time you speak negatively about someone who's not present, you are damaging your own character, not theirs. You see, weak people talk about others. Strong people talk about ideas. When you talk behind someone's back, what you're really saying is, I don't have the courage to face them, so I'll speak when they're not here. It might make you feel powerful for a moment, but in the long run, it builds a reputation that destroys trust. Example: there was a girl in college. She was always kind in front of people, always smiling. But behind closed doors, she talked badly about everyone, her friends, her classmates, even her own family. One day, someone recorded her without her knowing. That video was shared in a group chat. In 24 hours, everyone saw the truth. She lost all her friends. She wasn't known as the smart girl anymore. She was known as the one you can't trust. Your words are like seeds. If you plant negativity, that's what grows around you. Follow this rule. If you have something to say it to their face. And if you can't say it to them directly, then don't say it at all. This is not just about kindness. It's about discipline, respect, and building a character that people trust, even when you're not in the room. Rule 5. Make more mistakes. Fail. Forward. Most people are terrified of making mistakes. They think, if I fail, people will laugh. I'll be judged. I'll look stupid. So they don't even try. They wait. They overthink. They play it safe. But here's the truth. You only grow when you fall. You only rise when you've hit the ground. You only become stronger when you break and rebuild. Mistakes are not the enemy. They are the path. Every successful person you admire today, every millionaire, every athlete, every great leader, became great not because they avoided mistakes, but because they made more of them. Example: there was a man who tried to start a business. He failed, lost his savings, felt humiliated. His friends told him to get a real job, but he didn't quit. He started again, failed again. But every time, he learned something new. On his 5th try, he built a company that now employs over 300 people. Do you see the difference? The average person fails once and never tries again. The powerful person fails 10 times and still rises stronger. Follow this rule. Make mistakes, but don't repeat them. Fail forward, not backwards. Take every failure as fuel, because the only real mistake is never starting at all. Rule 6. Focus on one thing at a time. In today's world, people wear being busy like it's a badge of honor. They multitask all day, scroll Instagram while studying, text friends while working, start 5 projects and finish none. They feel productive, but they are not progressing. Here's the truth. Multitasking kills depth, and depth is where success lives. When you focus on 10 things, you master none. When you focus on one thing with full attention, you become dangerous. You move faster. You learn deeper. You build real skill. There was a student preparing for exams. His friend was also preparing, but also making reels, replying to messages, and running a side hustle. The focused student studied one subject deeply every single day. The distracted student studied 5 things at once but never finished anything completely. When results came, the focused student topped. The multitasker failed. It's not because one was smarter, but because one gave his mind to one goal. That is power. Follow this rule. Choose your one thing and give it everything. Turn off distractions. Train your mind like a laser, not a flashlight. And watch how fast you move compared to those still busy doing nothing. Rule 7. Don't be the best, be the only. This is one of the most powerful mindset shifts you will ever make. Everyone wants to be the best student, the best speaker, the best worker. But here's the truth. The world doesn't reward the best. It rewards the one who is different, the one who brings something unique, the one who becomes unforgettable. Trying to be better than others keeps you chasing, but trying to be different builds a path that only you can walk. Imagine, there were hundreds of singers trying to become famous. All of them were talented. All of them were hardworking. But one man changed the game. He didn't try to sound like others. He mixed opera with rap. He dressed differently. He performed differently. And suddenly, he went viral. Why? Not because he was the best singer, but because he was the only one doing what he was doing. Follow this rule. Stop copying. Stop comparing. Find your own voice. Don't ask, how can I beat them? Ask, how can I build something they can't even copy? You have something the world has never seen, but you will never discover it if you keep trying to become someone else. Rule 8. If you don't like something, change it. Most people live with things they hate. A job they dislike. A body they're not proud of. A mindset that makes them anxious. A routine that keeps them tired. But they continue living the same way every single day. Why? Because change feels uncomfortable. Because complaining feels easier. But here's the truth. You do not have to keep living the same day over and over again. You are not a tree. You are not stuck. If you don't like something in your life, you must have the courage to change it. Yes, change is hard. Yes, change takes time. But living with misery, regret, and helplessness is harder. There's a factory that runs machines 24 hours a day. One machine started producing broken parts every hour. Instead of fixing it, the workers just threw out the broken parts and kept the machine running. Every day, they lost more money. Every week, the problem grew. One day, the entire machine stopped, and fixing it cost them more than it should have. Do you see the point? If something is broken, ignoring it doesn't fix it. Complaining about it doesn't fix it. You fix it by taking control, whether it's your habits, your relationships, your mindset, or your future. If it hurts, change it. Follow this rule. Stop settling. If it drains you, change it. If it slows you down, change it. If it kills your peace, change it. Time is running, and you only get one life. Don't waste it living a version of yourself you don't even like. Rule 9. Never disrespect your elders. Respect is not something you give only when someone is perfect. Respect is a reflection of your own character, not their behavior. In today's world, many people think being loud is power. They talk over their parents. They mock old people. They ignore advice. But here's the truth. One day, you will be old. One day, your energy will slow. One day, you will need someone to listen, guide, or simply understand. And when that day comes, how you treated the elders in your life will return to you. Respect is not about agreement. You don't have to agree with everything your elders say. But you should never forget their experience. They lived through wars, poverty, trauma, survival, sacrifice. And most of the time, they did it so that you could live a better life. Example: in Japan, there is a tradition where young people bow to their elders when they walk past, even if they don't know them, even if they've never spoken. Why? Because they believe every elder carries the weight of years, of mistakes, wisdom, effort, and pain. In that culture, respecting someone older is not just manners, it's strength. It shows humility. It shows that you understand the power of legacy. Follow this rule. Never raise your voice at those who raised you. Never speak over those who spoke for you when you were voiceless. Because one day, you'll wish they were still here. Rule 10. Live in the moment, not on your phone. This might be one of the most dangerous habits of our generation. You walk through life, but you're not really here. Your body is in the room, but your mind is lost in a screen. You're at dinner, but you're scrolling. You're watching the sunset, but through a camera. You're with family, but checking notifications. You're alive, but you're not living. And here's the brutal truth. You will not remember the likes. You will not remember the memes. You will not remember the comments. But you will remember the smile of your mother, the laughter of your brother, the long walks with your father, the deep conversations with your best friend, the sound of real life, not digital noise. There's a study done on people at the end of life. Do you know what they regret the most? Not spending more time online? Not getting more followers? No. They regret the moments they missed with the people they loved, because they thought they had more time. But one day, someone will disappear. A voice will go silent. And you'll wish you had paid attention while they were still here. Follow this rule. Your phone is a tool, not your life. Use it to build. Use it to learn. But don't let it steal your real world. Because once a moment is gone, it doesn't come back. Rule 11. Always pay the bill. When you can. This is not about money. This is not about showing off. This is about generosity, about gratitude, about silently saying, I value you. In a world where everyone is calculating who owes what, who paid last time, who spent more, you must rise above that. If you can afford it, pay it, even if it's just tea, even if it's just a small snack. That one small gesture says more about your character than 1,000 words. Example. There's a businessman who always paid the bill whenever he met someone. Not because he was rich, but because he believed in making people feel seen and respected. One day, a man he had helped years ago became the CEO of a company. That man remembered the coffee he was once offered and gave him $1 million deal. Paying the bill is not losing money. It's building respect. It's practicing humility. It's telling the world, I live in abundance, not lack. Follow this rule. Don't argue over coins. Don't calculate every cent. If you can pay, then pay. Not for attention, but for integrity. Because generosity always returns. And it returns in ways you can't imagine. Rule 12. Say no. If you're not ready, most people suffer in life not because they say yes to the wrong things, but because they are afraid to say no. You say yes to plans you don't want, yes to people who don't respect you, yes to work you're not ready for, yes to expectations that don't match your values. And every time you say yes when your heart says no, you betray yourself. But here's the truth. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to protect your energy. You are allowed to choose your peace over pressure. Saying no is not weakness. It's strength. It's wisdom. It's the first step to building a life that respects your pace. Example. A young designer once got an offer to lead a big campaign, but she knew deep inside she wasn't ready yet. The deadline was too short. The vision wasn't clear. Her instinct said, not now. But she said yes anyway, because she didn't want to disappoint them. What happened? She burnt out. The work suffered. Her mental health broke. She realized saying yes out of fear is far more dangerous than saying no with clarity. Follow this rule. If you're not ready, say no. If you don't feel aligned, say no. If it doesn't build you, say no. Because every no to the wrong thing is a yes to the right one. Rule 13. Learn from those who disagree with you. In today's world, we're told, block them, cancel them, unfollow them. If someone disagrees, cut them off. But here's the truth. Growth doesn't come from people who agree with everything you say. Growth comes from those who challenge you to think deeper. The strongest minds are not the ones that always feel right. They are the ones that stay open, curious, calm in the face of difference. People who disagree with you are not your enemies. They are mirrors. They show you what you believe, and more importantly, why you believe it. A scientist once presented his new theory at a conference. Another expert stood up and disagreed, publicly. The room got quiet. Everyone expected a fight. But instead, the scientist said, "Thank you. If I'm wrong, I want to know now, not after years of being blind." That's wisdom. That's how you grow. Follow this rule. Listen to those who think differently, not to obey them, but to understand them. Because the more you understand others, the more powerful your own mind becomes. Rule 14. Never be late. Being late doesn't just waste time. It shows something deeper. A lack of respect. When you are late, you are silently telling the other person, "My time matters more than yours. My comfort is more important than your schedule. My urgency doesn't exist." Punctuality is not about the clock. It's about discipline, honor, and respect. Example. There's a business leader known for being strict with time. He once scheduled a 10 a.m. meeting with a new client. The client walked in at 10:07. The leader stood up, smiled politely, and said, "I appreciate your time. Unfortunately, this meeting is now over." Was it harsh? Maybe, but it taught a lesson. Time is your most valuable currency. Treat it like gold. Being on time tells the world, you are reliable, you are focused, you are disciplined, you are serious about success. Follow this rule. Whether it's a small call or a major interview, never be late. Be the first one in the room. Be the one who values every second. Because how you treat time is how time will treat you. Rule 15. Be motivated by something greater than money. Money is important. It gives you freedom, power, safety, and opportunities. But if money is the only reason you're working, you will never feel truly fulfilled. Because no matter how much you make, your soul will still feel empty if you don't know why you're doing it. People who only chase money usually burn out, lose passion, compromise their values, forget their purpose. But people who chase impact, meaning purpose, love, contribution, or legacy, they become unstoppable. A surgeon once said, "Yes, I earn well, but I don't wake up every day for money. I wake up because I know someone out there is waiting for me to save their life." That's power. That's unshakable motivation. That's something money can't replace. Follow this rule. Let money be a reward, not your master. Work for something deeper. Build something that makes you feel proud when no one is watching. Because when money disappears, your purpose will keep you going. Rule 16. Stand up to bullies, even if they're stronger. There will always be people in life who use power to hurt others. They use fear, manipulation, silence, or shame. They try to control because they are too weak to lead with kindness. But here's the truth. If you don't stand up to a bully, they grow stronger, and you grow smaller. It doesn't matter how big they are. What matters is how much you're willing to protect your truth. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's action in the face of fear. For example, there was a workplace where one manager always shouted at his team. Most stayed silent, afraid to lose their job. But one worker calmly spoke up. He didn't scream. He didn't fight. He simply said, "This is not how professionals treat each other. If this continues, I'll report it." The room changed. Others found their voice. The manager backed off because one person had the courage to speak. Follow this rule. Don't be loud. Be clear. Don't be aggressive. Be firm. Don't stay silent when someone is being hurt, because bullies grow in silence, but disappear in the light of truth. Rule 17. Prioritize your reputation. Your reputation is not your face. It's not your social media. It's not what you wear. It's what people say about you when you're not in the room. And in life, your reputation will open more doors than talent, luck, or even money. You can lose money and earn it again. You can fail an exam and still bounce back. But if you destroy your name, it follows you for years. Reputation is built by how you treat people when you don't need anything, how you speak when no one is watching, how you behave when you think no one will find out. Imagine, a man once applied for a leadership position. On paper, he was perfect, smart, experienced, skilled. But when the board asked about his name in the industry, the feedback was simple. He's smart, but you can't trust him. He didn't get the role, not because of lack of ability, but because no one wanted to take the risk of being betrayed. Follow this rule. Guard your name like a treasure. Do what's right even when it's hard, because when your name is clean, you don't have to prove yourself. Your reputation will walk in before you do. Rule 18. Don't compare yourself to your friends. Comparison is a silent killer. It steals your peace, your joy, your confidence. Quietly, every day. And today, it's easier than ever. Your friend gets a new car, a new job, a relationship, a success story. And suddenly you feel like you're behind. But here's the truth. You are not behind. You're on a different path. Your friend may have something today, but you might have something better tomorrow. Your journey is unique. Your timing is not meant to match anyone else's. There are trees that bloom in spring, and there are trees that bloom in winter. But both are beautiful when the season is right. If you compare a winter tree to a spring flower, you'll always think something's wrong. But the problem isn't the tree. It's your understanding of timing. Follow this rule. When a friend succeeds, celebrate them. But don't let it shake your path. Your life is not a race. It's a journey, and no one else can walk it but you. Rule 19. Never invest without research. In life, everyone wants to grow, financially, emotionally, professionally. But growth without preparation leads to pain. We live in a world full of get-rich-quick, shortcut to success, easy win tricks. People invest time, money, and trust into things they don't understand, and then feel broken when it fails. But here's the truth. Blind risk is not bravery. It's carelessness. If you want to win, you must understand what you're walking into. Whether it's a business opportunity, a partnership, a crypto coin, a real estate deal, or even a friendship, research is your protection. Example. An investor once put money into a startup because his friend told him, "It's the next big thing." He didn't ask questions, didn't check the business plan, didn't even meet the team. 6 months later, the company failed. He lost every dollar. Not because the idea was bad, but because he gave his trust before doing his homework. Follow this rule. Before you give your time, energy, or money to anything, study it. Ask hard questions. Understand the risk. And never be afraid to walk away if it doesn't feel right. Because losing an opportunity is better than losing everything you've built. Rule 20. Don't live your life for others. This may be one of the most painful truths to learn too late. Many people spend their entire lives trying to please others. Parents, teachers, friends, society, strangers online. They choose careers they hate, relationships they don't enjoy, and lifestyles that drain them, all because they want approval. But here's the truth. No matter how much you do for others, someone will still judge you. So you might as well live a life that feels right to you. When you live for others, you lose your voice, you lose your identity, you lose your fire. Example. There was an artist who stopped painting for 10 years because her family told her it wasn't practical. She got a job she didn't like, earned money, smiled in pictures. But every night, she felt dead inside. One day, she picked up a brush again, and for the first time in years, she felt alive. Follow this rule. Live a life that makes sense to you, even if others don't understand it. Your soul is not here to be managed by opinions. It's here to create, to grow, to live fully. You have no time to waste on a life that doesn't feel like yours. Rule 21. Start investing now. Time is more powerful than money. And the earlier you understand that, the better your future becomes. Most people wait. I'll invest when I have more money. I'll invest when I'm older. I'll invest when life is stable. But here's the truth. The best time to invest is not when you're ready. It's when you're early. Because every day you wait, you lose the most powerful asset of all, compound growth. And this is not just about money. It's about investing in your mind, books, mentors, investing in your health, eating right, exercising, investing in your skills, courses, experiences, investing in your future, saving, smart spending. Example. A young man started investing $50 a month at age 20. Another person started investing $200 a month. But at age 30, guess who had more money by 50? The first one, even though he put in less money. Why? Because time beats everything. Follow this rule. Even if it's small, start now. Save a little. Learn something. Build slowly. Because the earlier you plant the seed, the bigger the tree grows. Rule 22. Nothing is ever truly free. In life, when something looks easy, fast, or free, be careful, because behind every free offer is a hidden cost. It might not be money. It might be your time, your energy, your attention, your privacy, your reputation, your peace of mind. The world will offer you free pleasure, free entertainment, free advice, free approval, but every one of them takes something from you quietly. And here's the truth. The things that are truly valuable in life, freedom, peace, success, health, trust, they all require effort. Think about free content on the internet. It costs no money to consume, but hours of your time are lost, often for nothing. Then you look up and the day is gone, and you feel empty. Why? Because you paid with time and got nothing back. Follow this rule. Ask yourself, what is this really costing me? Am I spending time or am I investing it? Is this helping me or just distracting me? Because once you understand that nothing is truly free, you'll make better decisions, protect your future, and stop trading gold for dust. Rule 23. Work hard now for an easier life. Later, there are two types of pain in life: the pain of discipline, or the pain of regret. You can choose to suffer now, through effort, early mornings, hard work, sacrifice, or you can suffer later, with stress, broken dreams, and what-if questions. Most people want comfort today, and chaos tomorrow. They sleep in, they avoid hard work, they delay their goals, and years later, they look in the mirror and say, I should have worked harder when I had the chance. But those who understand time, they reverse this. They sacrifice their comfort now, so they can live free later. Imagine, a woman worked 2 jobs for 5 years, while others partied. She saved every dollar, learned skills at night. She missed fun, yes. But by 35, she owned her own business. Now she travels the world while others still work 9 to 9. Follow this rule. Suffer now or suffer forever. Wake up early while others sleep. Learn while others scroll. Build while others complain. The work you do in your 20s and 30s will determine how peaceful your 40s and 50s will be. Don't wait for a better time. Now is the better time. Rule 24. Choose your partner wisely. This decision will shape your life more than your job, your car, or your house, because a good partner will double your strength. But the wrong one will destroy your peace, your confidence, your focus, and sometimes even your dreams. Love is not just about feelings. It's about values, character, mutual growth. Can you build with them? Do they respect your vision? Do they help you become more of yourself? Or less? Example. A successful athlete once said, "My greatest win was not a trophy. It was marrying someone who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself." That kind of support is priceless. And on the opposite side, many people lose everything because of toxic relationships. They lose focus. They lose money. They lose time. All because they chose love without thinking. Follow this rule. Don't rush into a relationship because you're lonely. Choose someone who sees your future, not just your face. Someone who helps you grow, not someone you have to shrink for. You have no time to spend with the wrong person. Your peace is not up for sale. Rule 25. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Every time you feel uncomfortable, you're on the edge of transformation. Growth never feels safe. It feels like fear. It feels like shaking hands, racing hearts, self-doubt. But that's how winners are built. Comfort is not safety. Comfort is a trap. It tells you, stay here, don't move, don't try, and you listen because it feels easy. But here's the truth. If your life is always comfortable, it's probably not growing. Example. Think about a butterfly. Before it can fly, it must first struggle inside the cocoon. If someone tries to help and cuts it out, the wings don't develop. It's the pain that gives the wings power. Follow this rule. Do the thing that scares you. Apply for that job. Speak on that stage. Make that call. Start that project. Don't run from discomfort. Run into it. Because that's where the strongest version of you is waiting. Rule 26. Think long-term, not short-term. Most people only think about now. What feels good now? What's easy now? What gives fast results now? But short-term thinking leads to long-term pain. Success, health, love, wealth, they all come from choices that hurt today, but pay forever. Fast food feels good now. Disease later. Skipping a workout feels easy now. Weakness later. Quitting today feels safe. But regret comes next year. A farmer doesn't plant seeds and expect crops tomorrow. He works the land, waters it, waits, sometimes for months. But when harvest comes, it feeds his family for the whole year. That's how life works. Follow this rule. Don't chase fast, chase forever. Ask yourself every day, will this decision help my future self? Because a powerful life isn't built in one day. It's built by one good decision, repeated for years. Rule 27. Don't chase, attract. Most people spend their whole life chasing. Chasing money, chasing love, chasing approval, chasing attention, chasing success. They run toward everything. And in the process, they forget who they are. They become desperate. They lose their peace. They lower their standards. They accept less than they deserve just to feel seen. But here's the truth. When you chase, you give your power away. When you attract, you stand in your power. Attraction doesn't come from begging. It comes from building, from becoming. You don't need to chase friends if you become someone people trust. You don't need to chase success if you become someone who delivers value. You don't need to chase love if you become someone who loves themselves first. Think about a magnet. It doesn't run after metal. It just exists in its power. And the right things are pulled toward it naturally. Now imagine if you became that powerful in your energy, in your discipline, in your mindset. What you're chasing today would come looking for you tomorrow. Follow this rule. Stop running after people, after validation, after things that are not meant for you. Start building your value. Work in silence. Grow your confidence. Protect your energy. Because when you raise your frequency, the world responds. Rule 28. Master silence. Not everything needs a reaction. We live in a loud world. Everyone is trying to prove a point. Everyone wants the last word. Everyone wants to argue, attack, react, defend, explain. But here's the truth. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strength. Silence is power. It takes no strength to scream back. It takes real power to stay calm. You don't need to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't need to prove anything to people who will never understand you. Most people lose energy not from work, but from reacting to things that don't matter. There was a wise leader who was insulted in front of a crowd. Everyone waited for his response. He smiled and said nothing. Later, someone asked, "Why didn't you defend yourself?" He replied, "If someone gives you a gift and you don't accept it, to whom does it belong?" That's silence. That's wisdom. That's emotional power. Follow this rule. Speak less, watch more, understand deeper. Control your emotions like a master. Because when you stay silent, your energy stays with you. and your presence becomes louder than your words. Rule 29. Be disciplined, not just motivated. Motivation feels good. It's the fire you feel after watching a powerful video or reading a great quote. But here's the problem. Motivation is a mood. Discipline is a decision. Motivation wakes you up once. Discipline wakes you up every day. Motivation disappears in the cold. Discipline shows up anyway. Most people live only when they feel inspired. But the real winners? They live with rules, with structure, with a mission. Even on days they don't feel like it. A marathon runner doesn't feel excited every time they train. Sometimes it's raining. Sometimes they're tired. Sometimes their legs hurt. But they run anyway. Not because they want to, but because they said they would. That's discipline. It's when you do what needs to be done, no matter how you feel. Follow this rule. Don't wait for motivation. Create systems, make promises to yourself, and never break them. Wake up early, eat right, study hard, practice daily, even when no one claps, especially when no one claps. Because motivation might start your journey, but discipline finishes it. Rule 30. Be someone your future self will thank. This is the most important rule of all. This is the rule that combines every other rule you've heard. You don't just live for today. You live for the person you're becoming. And right now, in this moment, every decision you make is shaping someone you haven't met yet. Your future self. That version of you will either thank you for your effort, or hate you for your laziness, celebrate your discipline, or cry because of your delay. Stand proud because of your choices, or suffer in silence because you gave up. Imagine two versions of you. One who shows up daily, studies, works, grows, respects time, and one who delays everything, avoids discomfort, lives for pleasure. Now fast forward 10 years. Who has peace? Who has confidence? Who has freedom? You already know the answer. Follow this rule. Don't live for today's pleasure. Live for tomorrow's pride. Before you sleep, ask yourself, did I do something today that my future self will be proud of? That's how you build a legacy. That's how you use time wisely. That's how you live without regret. So now you know, you don't have time, not to waste, not to wait, not to live someone else's life. These 30 rules are not just advice, they are a mirror, a reminder that every second you live is shaping your future. And the time to change is now. If this video woke something up inside you, if you felt even one rule that hit your heart, then don't let this moment pass. Subscribe now, because I'll keep showing you the truth. And I'll be here every week, giving you what school never taught you. And one day, you'll look back and realize that this was the moment your life began to change.